kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute and I didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flames. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be on 5th place. On this one, then 4th on the next. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 4th, for the best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. I do it for the love, they perform for the checks. And I still get more, they be bored by the rest. I done put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance. But I dance in the rain and the thunder, the drums. So I keep going hard, I won't stop till I'm done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be
Welcome back, race fans. Saturday night, OP Unlimited Truck Series, presented by Buttkicker. This is Season 16 Playoff Round 1, race number 3. After tonight, we will cut to the top 8 for the second round. Glad everybody can join us out there in YouTube land for this race, playoff race tonight. Going to go ahead and go through our point standings real quick before we play our national anthem. And then we'll get to some other stuff after that. But right now, Stephen Miles, Anthony English, already into the second round with the win in the playoffs. Mark Mann, Logan York. Let me get that fish guys out of the way again. Rick Seabrands, Brandon Pfeiffer, Dana Shepard, Dustin Loxton, right now in the top 8. And the second guy right on the bubble is the 049 up, Nick Wing, along with Andrew Zonto, Gabe Butler, John Guerrera, Peter DeBorgia, Andrew Schroeder, Bubba Winningham, and Rick Sanchez. But guys are going to be battling out, trying to get above that cut line. Also, the guys trying to battle for a win and in. But about 10 minutes left of practice here, folks. We're watching these guys run around the track. Again, we got a special shout out to the Fish guys. They are, that is going to be sponsored by Mike Edgerton and the two guys down in Florida. Trying to remember their names right off the top of my head, and I can't do it. Unfortunately, I don't remember, but right off the top of my head. But the guys at Fish guys down there, the winner tonight will get a shirt, a long sleeve fishing shirt. Looks like that right there. Nice little shirt to be wearing when they're out fishing. But big shout out to the Fish guys and Mike Edgerton for sponsoring tonight's race. Hang tight. We're going to step aside and play our national anthem. When we get back, we will go over a few other things, including what happened last race and who is your biggest point gains over the last 3 races. But we're going to step aside, play our national anthem provided by our friends at Madison Riders. And hang tight, folks. We will be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket track the bombs busting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, folks, we are back. Let me get my mouse working here. But we are back. We're going to go ahead and get to our pre-race analytics and also what happened over the last week or so. 10-mile-an-hour winds, air temp at 75. Track temp a little cooler tonight for these guys at 79. Doing 100 laps here at Daytona, 250 miles. Unlimited tires, we are looking at a 45% fuel, 17 to 19 laps. Pit road speed is at 55, pace speed at 75. Again, going to be some good racing. We had a good race last night. Again, big shout out to Mark Mann for putting on that special race, and the guys over at CFM for hosting. So big shout out to David Overstreet, Bubba Winningham, and all the admins over there. Done a great job with that race last night. Fun race, very few cautions. As we are transitioning over to night, we will go from day, night, and then back to day during the race tonight. So going to see what happens there. But we're going to go ahead and get into, if I can find my buttons here. For some reason is not letting me do it, but we'll do it this way and this way. So most points for the last three races: Stephen Miles with 129, Anthony English at 124, Mark Mann with 116, Rick Seabrands at 113, and Brandon Pfeiffer at 106. So what happened last week? Anthony English with a win. So that got him into the round of 8. Dana Shepard with a good run coming in second. Then we had Elliott in a third. I don't see him out there tonight. I'm looking through here, and I'm not seeing his name in the race tonight, but he came in third, Stephen Luttrell in fourth, and Brandon Pfeiffer in fifth. So, good race last week. Hoping to see some more tonight. About 2 minutes left of practice. But, again, big shout out to Mike Edgerton and the Fish guys. That is Captain Lane Goodwin and Captain George Clark Jr. They are helping sponsor and donating a fishing shirt for the winner of tonight's race. Now, last week the winner got a shirt, or I got a hat, and then the winner of lap 12 got a t-shirt, which Anthony English did get that, and he is sporting that, loves it, comfortable. He said the most comfortable shirt he's had, fits great. So Ginger Daniel Parent out there in chat, Shepard needs a repeat performance. Yes. And again, we'll go ahead and look at our standings. Oh, wrong one. Now they want to work. So Miles and English already in. Mark Mann there at 18 points above the cut line. Logan York 16 points above the cut line. Dana Shepard, or Seabrands and Brandon Pfeiffer there with 13 points above the cut line. And my mouse just disappeared on me. Dana Shepard, though, 8 points above the cut line. Yeah, he needs to have a repeat performance of last week to keep him from falling. But Dustin Loxton's 2 points above the cut line. Nick Wing is 2 points below. Andrew Zonto 6 points below. Gabe Butler 7 points below the cut. John Guerrero 8 points below the cut. Pete DeBorgia 10 points below the cut line. Andrew Schroeder is minus 12 below the cut line. Bubba Winningham minus 20. And Rick Sanchez a minus 46 below the cut line. So those guys will need good showing as we are rounding out our practice. We'll get our qualifying time bar pulled up here as we get ready to go to practice, folks. It is going to be a pretty good sized field. Looks like we got 28 drivers in the session right now, so pretty good field. Had a good field last night. I think we ended up with 37 drivers last night for the special race. And, yeah, it was a good, clean. Everybody stayed patient. Big shout out to Mark, man, again. He came up into the booth and helped me broadcast. We had a lot of fun up here. And, man, it was just an awesome race. So as we are at our checker flag for practice, that is going to bring us into qualifying. Got somebody sending me a message, waiting to see what that comes through as. Wow, so I was just told Rick Seabrands is the all-time winner in OP at the new Daytona with 46 wins. That is crazy. As Brandon Pfeiffer does come out, he has a 14% win percentage and a 50% top 5 percentage. Well, guys, I know the screen's a little bit dark. We're waiting on the lights to come on. That is if Anthony English paid the light bills. We see Alex Green out on it, get his qualifying lap. Rick Sanchez at the end of pit road. Doug Johnson coming out on the track right now. Christopher Jordan out at the end of pit road, same as Gabe Butler. Stephen Luttrell coming out on the track for his qualifying lap. So is Isaac Ortiz. Logan York coming out now. Dana Shepard as well. Dustin Logston coming out on the track. John Guerrero at the end of pit road. CJ Erdman, a new driver here. Don't recognize the name in that 963. Getting his qualifying lap started. Stephen Miles at the end of pit road. Bubba Winningham out on the track. Peter DeBorgia out on the track as well as Mike Edgerton. Big shout out to Mike again for sponsoring tonight's race. Not seeing any qualifying times coming in just yet, folks. But once we do, they will start populating on that left bar. Again, they have one fast repair. There's unlimited GWCs up to 15. So really wouldn't call it unlimited. They have up to 15 GWCs and only one qual lap. So, well, Brandon Pfeiffer is sitting in P2 as Bubba Winningham does grab that top spot as we see Brandon Pfeiffer going around. Peter DeBorgia just jumped up into the top spot with a 51.442. Again, this is going to change, folks. Some of our faster drivers are coming out. Stephen Luttrell jumping up into third. Of course, Doug Johnson there in fourth. The three of Alex Green there in fifth right now. Brandon Pfeiffer gets dropped down to sixth. Mike Edgerton seventh. And CJ Erdman. Well, Dustin Loxton just popped in there in that fourth place spot. Again, this is going to change pretty quickly as these guys are getting in their qualifying times. Now, some of the fastest guys have yet to come out. Stephen Miles, Adam Kilday is actually out on the track right now. Gabe Butler just throws down a 51.382 to take over that top spot. Again, do appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Don't forget, folks, that tomorrow night, the season 2 opener for the Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys, live right here on MaxspeedTV. Myself, Stephen Lane, will be bringing you all the action. Of course, I will be the only one up on the mic tonight, unless somebody happens to come in and joins me. But we'll see what happens. I know Joshua is doing better, guys. He is got his staples out from his surgery and doing well. So big shout out to Joshua, and glad that he is doing better. And I know everybody is waiting on him to get back up here in the booth. And I'm looking to see Anthony English now out on the track, as Adam Kilday throws down a 51.443, a thousandth of a second behind Peter DeBorgia. But right now, Peter is up in that top spot with a 51.442. But Anthony English, we knew that was going to happen. Anthony, one of the fastest qualifying drivers I have ever seen, as he decides to try to jump over the fence. And he throws down a 51.436, a hundredth of a second behind Peter. But Anthony is going to be your pole sitter. We'll go ahead and bring him up here to the broadcast booth. Anthony, you got the pole. Congratulations, buddy. Fast lap. Of course, we always knew that, well, it says you had it, but then Gabe got you with a 51.382.
Yeah, I think Gabe did get it, because it like glitched on my thing too. Said I was first and then bounced me to fourth. And
yeah, so we'll talk to you for a second here, Anthony. How's things feeling out there for you before we get Gabe up here?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Go ahead and do your thing, boss. I got to do the pre-race speech anyways.
All right, buddy. Well, let's go down here and find Mr. Gabe Butler. And we'll bring him up here. Gabe, Steve up the booth. Got a copy there, bud?
I do, bro. What's going on?
Well, you know, it was kind of a glitchy thing. It had Anthony up in the top spot, and then all of a sudden it switched back to you. But great lap, dude. I mean, 51.382, a tenth of a second off of Dude Conrad. But awesome job, man. How's things feeling out there for you?
Pretty good. I think I just got lucky with the weather, the wind on the qualifying. I think I timed it going out right, so that's why I got the pole. But anyway, last playoff race, I need a good finish or a win to kind of get above the cut line. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, win you're in, but good finish will also help get you above that cut line. So, got something for these guys tonight?
I'd like to think so, but you never know. It's super speedway racing, so it's a lottery in itself.
All right, buddy. I think you were down there in teammate with Pete, wasn't you?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get you back down there. Good luck, man, and man, just have some fun.
Thank you, brother. You too.
All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop our qual time there. We'll get our MaxspeedTV starting grid up. Gabe Butler, your pole sitter in the 088. On his outside, the 008 of Dude Conrad. The starting row 2 inside, the 8 machine of Stephen Miles. Outside of him is the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 3, 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Starting on that inside. Outside is the 85 of Adam Kilday. Starting in row 4, John Guerrera in that 59 truck. On his outside will be the 66 of Bubba Winningham. In row 5 on the inside, the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. On the outside of him, it'll be the 91 of Logan York. Starting row 6 be the 5 of Rick Sanchez and the 81 of Dustin Loxton. Starting row 7, the 47 of Richard Kuhn. On the outside of him is the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. Starting row 8 will be the 3088 of Doug Johnson. On his outside, the 43 of Dana Shepard. Starting row 9 to 3 of Alex Green. On his outside, the 965 of Christopher Jordan. Starting row 10, that 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer. His outside will be the 56 of Mike Edgerton. In row 11, the 963 of CJ Erdman. His outside will be the 955 of Isaac Ortiz. Starting row 12, the number 4 of Rick Seabrands and the 06 of Andrew Zanto. Starting row 13, the 049 of Nick Wing and the 64 of Gail Brooks. Row 14, the 04 of Mark Mann. On the outside of him, that 48 of Andrew Schroeder. And bringing up the rear end, the row 15, the 20 and 29, the number 30 machine of Robert Thorns. As we get to the turn 3 and 4 to the tri-oval here, the pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road. And there's my nephew out there, Dylan Lane, out there in chat. Good to see you safe and staying safe from all them storms. I know you said you was in Kentucky. But as we get to the Geico restart zone, Chevyland green flag is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing playoff style here at Daytona. Again, this is round 1, race number 3. Top 16 drivers are battling it out. Gabe Butler is one of your playoff drivers. No, he is not. So he is a non-playoff driver trying to get a win on the season. Looking at the outside of him too, Conrad in that 8 machine, the 008. Anthony English right behind him, Adam Kilday behind him. Peter DeBorgia as well as the 91 Dustin, Logan York is taking it 3 wide. Stay safe, Dylan. I know you said you was going to try to be home in about a week or so. Now we got another truck going out there. That looks like it's the number 3 of Alex Green. We're going to have our first caution. That was the 38 of Thomas Lockwood that got spun out, but looks like he's the only truck. No caution. Back up to the front, the 088 of Gabe Butler and the 8 of Stephen Miles. Stephen starting back in 3rd, and he is up to the front. Got Peter DeBorgia right there. Anthony English dropping down to the inside line behind Gabe Butler. The 59 of John Carrera. The 36 of Stephen Luttrell. The 81, I believe that is Dustin Logston. And the 47 of Richard Kuhn. As we are back out 3 wide with the 91 to the outside. That is Logan York. On the outside of the 5 of Rick Sanchez, the 81 of Dustin Logston on the inside. As the 91 does drop it down in front of Bubba Winningham. Ooh, Logan getting a little bit loose there. Not sure what was going on with that, but looked like we had a truck dive off down low. But Thomas Lockwood back here all by himself in that 28 spot. Back up to the front though, Gabe Butler, Stephen Miles battling it out for the lead. Stevens got the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, the 8 of the 008 of Duke Conrad, the 85 of Adam Kilday, the 5 of Rick Sanchez, the 91 of Logan York, and that 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer on that outside line. That inside line coming back here behind Bubba. That's Alex Green, Doug Johnson. There is Dana Shepard, one of our other place drivers, and then Mark Mann right there on the inside. The 30 of Robert Thorns and the 78. I think that's supposed to be the 955 of Christopher Jordan in the 78 machine. I'm trying to see who the 30 was. That is Robert Thorns. Get back up to the front, folks. Gabe is on that outside line. Stephen Miles out there with him. Anthony English on the inside with John Carrera as Miles and Butler do drop it down to that low line. Just a little bit of back and forth action going on, switching lanes. Had a spin up a few miles away earlier. Nothing came from it, just a small spin up and then went away. Well, man, I'm just glad you guys are safe. We're kind of looking back through the field. There's some movement right here, back here in the back. That is Dana Shepard. You got the 955 of Isaac Ortiz right behind him. Mike Edgerton out on that outside. Now, They said that they could get about 17 to 19 laps on a tank of fuel, so we'll keep an eye on that. Been out here 7 laps already. No cautions. Back here towards the back, we are single file. Andrew Schroeder, Rick Seabrands, Nick Wing should be in the 049, but he is in the number 6 Remax truck. And then Thomas Lockwood back here. Thomas, unfortunately, outside of the draft. That puts him at 34 seconds behind the leader. Getting back up here to the front now. Peter DeBorgia does have the lead. He is a chase driver with 088 okay, Butler behind him. Rick Corelli's throwback. You talking about on Nicholas's truck, on Nick Wing's truck? Oh, okay. Again, I do appreciate everybody out there. It's just me up here in the booth tonight. Again, Mark Mann joining me last night. I think everything went really well. We're hoping to have the same type of race tonight. Peter DeBorgia on that low line with Gabe Butler, outside Duke Conrad and Adam Kilday. Try to get that outside line going. It's not really the momentum that they need. They do have quite a bit of help here going back through the field. All the way back that outside to, looks like the 963 or the 955 there of Isaac Ortiz. Then the 56 of Mike Edgerton back here behind Dana Shepard. And then we're starting at Mark Mann. We've got single file. That's Mark Mann, Christopher Jordan, Robert Thorns, Andrew Schroeder, Rick Seabrands, and Nick Wing. Back up to the front, side-by-side racing. Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles on that inside. The 0888 of Gabe Butler outside with the 008 of Duke Conrad. Been out here, we've got 10 laps down, folks. 100 lap race. Gonna see what happens. Not really seeing a lot of movement right now as Logan York takes it back, tries to take it back 3 wide. Comes down, almost side drafted the 43 of Dana Shepard. I tell you, it was good to see a buddy of mine out on the track last night. A couple of guys I ain't talked to or seen in a while. Guys from Graceland coming over and joining us on our special event last night. Richard Sutton, Billy Stanley, good to see those guys again. As we're coming up on that 38 of Thomas Lockwood, and Thomas does just go high. Lets the faster trucks, hopefully he's like, well, I'm already going to be a lap down, might as well just kind of fall back to the rear, get back in the draft. Got to do it safely as he does. That was a great job by Thomas. Now he's going to drop it down to the inside, see if he can get a push from Mark Mann. Get him up there. Good control. We back up to the front. Gabe Butler out front. Peter DeBorgia right behind him, Duke Conrad, Adam Kilday on the outside, Stephen Miles down below Adam on that inside line. And the 44 of Anthony English right there as well. And then Rick Sanchez and the 5 truck on that outside needs to get up a little closer to Adam. Really kind of unorganized out on that outside line, that second lane. Back here, John Guerrero, that's a 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer. Goes up to the outside, making it 3 wide. Peter DeBorgia, Rick Sanchez in that sucker hole. 963, that is CJ Erdman right there with Brandon Pfeiffer. Going to try to get something going to that outside. They got to be a little bit more stable though. That could cause a problem. Ooh, who is that? Is that Isaac? Isaac Ortiz. And that 955 blinking out. That's going to bring out our caution. As we were sitting there watching that, Isaac was blinking there. Get over here to our MaxspeedTV rewind as we are on Isaac. Let me get on a chase view here, folks. Give me just a second. As that Dustin Loxton to the outside of Isaac. And then Logan York just got him on that left rear bumper. John Guerrera right into the side of Isaac. Isaac hard into that outside wall. Doesn't look like, oh no, Bubba Winningham getting turned there by Alex Green. That's some net code going on there, folks, because people are going through. Mark Mann, Robert Thorne's involved, getting caught up in it as well. Unfortunately, that's going to get several people into the pits early. With 14 laps in, we're going to see what happens here. I'm not sure what's going on with Isaac. Thomas Lockwood didn't look like he was involved, so he is probably going to get the lucky dog. He's going back. As Isaac Ortiz is trying to catch up, coming around the turns. Well, our leaders, everybody is going to come in and pit, which is typical on a caution. Everybody come in, probably getting fuel, maybe some tires. I doubt tires. You know, super speedway race, especially at Daytona, the tires don't do much. I mean, as far as wear, there's not a lot of wear at these super speedway races, as Anthony English is the first one out of pit road. Getting me a little bit something to drink here, folks. I do apologize. But Anthony English, Dude Conrad, Gabe Butler, Stephen Miles, John Guerrera, your top five. And then we got Peter DeBorgia, Dustin Loxton, Brandon Pfeiffer, Richard Kuhn, Ricky Sanchez. Rounding out your top 10, Dana Shepard in 11. Stephen Luttrell, CJ Erdman, Adam Kilday, Christopher Jordan, Mark Mann, Robert Thorns, Andrew Zonto, Andrew Schroeder, and Rick Seabrandt's your top 20. And then 21 through 28, Isaac Ortiz, Nick Wing, Bubba Winningham, Alex Green, Doug Johnson, Mike Edgerton, Logan York, and Thomas Lockwood. Thomas is a lap down. Logan is blinking out. Not seeing any flags on anybody, so that's good pit stop by everybody. Lap 15 of 100. Well, let's see. We'll wait here. Lights go out on the pace car coming across the start and finish line. So they will have one more to green. Looks like Isaac Ortiz did use a fast repair. He is the only one that has used the fast repair. Isaac currently in 12th place, starting 22nd. Getting back up here, Dude Conrad will be your leader. Looking for Anthony English dropped back to 22nd. As him and Andrew Zonto coming off of pit road. Not sure why they did that, but they will be out here on fresh tires. Hi, Belva. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Belva out there, Dylan, Ginger, Everett, Daniel Parent out there as well. Everett Grover, one of our mods. Ginger's one of our mods, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. Eric W. out there in chat now. Hey, Eric. The pace car does dive off down to pit road as we Chevyland green flag comes back out on the loud pedal. Duke Conrad on the inside gate. Butler outside. Stephen Miles right behind Dude on that inside line. Peter DeBorgia up there as well. In fifth, that's John Carrera. In fourth. Need to be patient here, guys. It's a 9:55. That's Stephen Ortiz, or Isaac Ortiz, out there on that outside line. Kind of by himself with no help, but here comes Bubba Whittingham. Again, speaking of Bubba and Chevyland.com, if you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, go to Chevyland.com. Check out their inventory. You can do everything online. They will deliver in the lower 48 states if you can't make it to Shreveport, Louisiana. They will deliver, so go check them out, Chevyland.com, as we are lap 18 of 100. Duke Conrad still your leader. Stephen Miles right behind him, and then behind Stephen. Outside, Gabe Butler, John Carrera, the 81 of Dustin Loxton, all on that outside line. One with the 47 of Stephen Tender. At 43 of Dana Shepard. Right there in 8th place. I've got to give a special shout out to Mike Edgerton and the Fish Guys for sponsoring the Fish Guys 2.0. They sponsored last week's race. Now the winner of this race will get a Fishing Guys fishing shirt, long sleeve fishing shirt. Will go to the winner of this race. Good looking shirt. Now I've got one similar to this. It's not a Fish Guys shirt, but I do have one, a fishing shirt like this. And man, I'm gonna tell you, in the summertime, they keep you cool, and if there's a little bit of breeze, they keep you warm. Very lightweight material. As we look at here, the 91 of Logan York back on that outside line, making it 3 wide. Richard Toon on the middle, Adam Kilday on that low line. Logan out there by himself, though, with no help. Trying to get a little bit of side draft going there to keep him up there. Now that is the 3 of Alex Green with Anthony English and the 06 of Andrew Zonto out on that third line. Let's see what happens here. Now the 91 of Logan York going out to that third line with the 47 of Moon. Now the 81 Dustin Logston jumping out there on that third lane as well. And we are 3 wide here at Daytona. Very easy to do. Just got to be mindful of the rear, keeping your line. That third lane does form up Dustin Loxley getting a good run, drops it down, all the way down in front of Stephen Miles. Kind of leaves Dustin and Richard out there by themselves, or Logan and Richard out there by themselves. Dustin is now your leader, getting pushed by Stephen Miles, the 08 of that is Dude Conrad right there in fifth. Now Andrew's blinking a little bit there. Hopefully it doesn't last very long. As the 08 Gabe Butler, John Guerrero on that second lane with Alex Green and Logan York. Ooh, guys getting a little bit loose there. That pushes Peter DeBorgia. Now we're wrecking back here. That looked like it was Dana Shepard involved, as that brings out a caution. Let's go back here. As we can see, we're going to get on Dana Shepard here. And let's get on a bar chase view. We'll see what happened. As looking up ahead, you see that 40 of Peter DeBorgia dropping down. Oh, Andrew Zonto comes down on Dana. Dana up into the outside car. Let's see who that was real quick here. That was a 47 of Richard Kuhn. Unfortunately, he gets up into the wall hard. Dana back down to the bottom. Looks like Andrew got tagged again by the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Mike Edgerton trying to miss everything. I don't know how he did it, but he did. Unfortunately, that's going to bring out another caution. Well, Dustin Loxton's going to be your leader. Gabe Butler in second. Stephen Miles third. Dude Conrad fourth. And Brandon Pfeiffer rounding out your top five. Everybody seems to have everything back in line. We're going to look back here. John Guerrero is going to make it around. Does he have... I was looking to see if he had damage on that truck. It didn't look like he did. Pretty clean, pretty Crown Royal truck. That 59 machine of John Guerrero. Well, Isaac Ortiz is still out on the track. He is going to be your leader. John Guerrero in second. Gabe Butler coming off of pit road. Same with Stephen Miles, Dude Conrad, Dustin Loxton, Logan York, Pete DeBorgia, Rick Sanchez, Richard Cohn, Brandon Pfeiffer, Mike Edgerton, Bubba Winningham, Adam Kilday in 14th. That's the 963 of C.J. Erdman in 15th. Andrew Schroeder 16th. Mark Mann up into 17th. Anthony English in 18th. Nick Wing in 19th. Doug Johnson out here in 20th right now. Robert Thorns in 21st. Christopher Jordan 22nd. Andrew Zonto 23rd. Stephen Luttrell down on pit road right now. Got a black flag. Don't know if it was unsafe pit entrance or what. Thomas Lockwood down on pit road as well as Dana Shepard. Alex Green as well on pit road. So Dana probably trying to save his past repair. Going to get as much damage fixed as possible. Well, let's see here. If we can. Don't see him in Discord. double checking to make sure I didn't overlook him. We were going to try to talk to Isaac, but he is not in Discord, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens here, folks, as the lights on the pace car are out. Again, if you're just now tuning in to MaxspeedTV, we are Season 16, Round 1, race number 3 of Round 1. The top 16 drivers are battling out, I should say, for that cut line. The top 8 moving into Round 2 win, and you're in. And right now, Stephen Miles, Anthony English both have wins in the playoffs, so they're automatically in to Round 2. We look here, Mark Van, Logan York, Rick Seabrands, Brandon Pfeiffer, Dana Shepard, and Dustin Loxton are the ones above the cut line. So that right now is your top 8. Quarter of a way through the race now, folks. Like I said, if you're just now tuning in and you haven't subscribed to MaxspeedTV, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell notification or bell icon. Let you get notified every time we do go live here on MaxspeedTV. Now coming up, future broadcasts as we come to the Geico restart zone, where the Chevyland green flag is back out on the loud pedal. Nice easy starts, no tire spins. That was the 955 of Isaac Ortiz, but Gabe Butler wastes no time getting out to the front with Stephen Miles right behind him. I'm sorry, that's Jude Conrad behind him. Stephen Miles down there on the inside behind Isaac, as well as that 81 of Dustin Loxton. Coming up on MaxspeedTV tomorrow night, Speedway Monkeys Season 2 opener will be tomorrow night. Again, I believe it starts at Daytona. As we get another caution come out, folks. Not sure where that was at, but we're going to find out here. Oh, that was back here with Dana Shepard and the 59 of John Guerrera. Unfortunately, that put John into the wall. That's going to bring out another caution here, folks, as John drops it down. Don't know if he is pitting or what he's going to, or towing. Yes, he did tow, so that's going to put him down into the pits. Man, I hate it. I hate it for John. I mean, but that's part of racing. We're kind of, maybe we got time here to take a look and see exactly what happened. Oops. Well, CJ Urban does spin out coming to pit road, but Anthony English also getting turned around. This is what we're wanting to look at right here. As we're going to get to a chase view here. Looking at John Guerrera. They took it 3 wide. Dana in that second line. John coming down. Net code. Right there. We seen it, folks. See that truck just shift out. Dana, really nothing. Dana, I don't think they would have made contact. I think they were holding their lines pretty good. Net code just jumped out and bit these guys. Unfortunately, it happens. Looking through here. There was nothing malicious or intentional about that, folks. Yeah, it's, you know, they were talking about working on trying to fix that, but that's just part. I mean, I don't think they can completely get rid of it, Eric. Unfortunately, being a online sim people in different locations, I just don't think there's any way to totally get rid of netcode. I think it's going to happen. But, well, guys, we're going to step aside for just a minute. We're going to play the commercial here for Buttkicker, and I will be right back. Well, I am back, folks. We had to play that Buttkicker, our sponsor for OP Saturday night. Pretty much all of OP's races. So definitely appreciate Buttkicker for what they do. Now, for those that don't know, as we're going to get off of Isaac as he is blinking out again. The winner of the season championship receives a Buttkicker system for their rig. So it's, from what I hear, it makes the simulator more immersive, whether it's iRacing, flight sim, anything like that. It's a haptic system that connects to your PC and basically puts the sound in your seat to make you feel the move, tire slippage, or whatever. I don't know much about it. I wish I could afford one, but it's going to be a while because with me broadcasting, I haven't been able to race a whole lot, which is okay. I'm not complaining. We're all just thankful Josh is still with us. He is getting better, folks, just if you're wondering. I haven't talked to him today. I know he said something about he went and threw some bags for a cornhole, and everything felt good. So still runs a little short of breath from time to time, but that's all part of the healing process. So as we come out of turn 4 to the tryover, the pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road. As we get back on the loud pedal here, Chevy Land green flag back out in the air. Isaac Ortiz, Gabe Butler. Well, unfortunately, some of us have already paid for the setup, so we have to kind of live with it. Not much that can be done. But Isaac Ortiz, Duke Conrad, Steven Miles on the inside. That is Gabe Butler, Logan George, and we have Pete DeBorgia on that outside. Along with Brandon White. That is the 85 of Adam Kilday, another chase driver. They are lap 30 of 100 down, folks, coming to lap 31. Peter DeBorgia has led 4 laps. Gabe Butler's led several laps, 9 laps. Brandon Pfeiffer, Duke Conrad has actually led 7 laps. Isaac Ortiz has led 3. We are back up here on the back though. Side-by-side battling going on. Rick Seabrand's on the inside. That is the 06 of Andrew Zonto. The 78, actually supposed to be the 965 on the outside there. Battling it out for get into the top 20. Andrew Zonto is trying to make a move here. but he is right behind Rick Seaver and Whittingham now. That was Bubba Whittingham. Andrew does drop down behind the other Andrew of Andrew Schroeder. Down on that inside, Mark Mann back here as well. Bubba Whittingham on the outside, trying to let those three trucks run together. That's Bubba Whittingham, Richard Kuhn, and the 81 of Dustin Logston. Gabe Butler, your leader right now, is 91 up on that high side. At 9:55 is blinking out bad. Coming around 1 and 2 here. Gabe Butler out front. Stephen Miles right behind him. The 955. Isaac Ortiz on that inside. Outside Logan George. The 40 of Pete DeBorgia. And the 54 and 85. That's Brandon Pfeiffer and Adam Kilday. Gabe Butler out front. Logan George right behind him. Stephen Miles behind Logan. A little back and forth side, trying to get the run as Logan does get around Gabe. So that will give Logan a lap lead. Lap 34 of 100, folks. Looking back here, they are just side by side racing through the rest of the pack. Not really seeing anything. Dana Shepard is back here by himself. Alex Green with a meatball flag still down on pit road. Been down there about a minute. Unfortunately, Doug Johnson, John Guerrera called it a night. Took their trucks behind the wall. Getting back up here towards the front post. Logan George, Dave Butler going to lead another lap. As I believe that is Alex Green coming off of pit road. A couple of laps down. Gabe Butler, your current leader right now. Stephen Miles in second. Battle for third between Adam Kilday and easy there, fellas. As Gabe jumps up to that high line in front of Logan York. That's going to give Stephen Miles Adam Kilday an advantage coming out of turn 2. We're at turn 4, coming through the tri-oval. I don't even know where I'm at on the track. Whoever is leading at lap 50 is his pick. Well, that's going to be tough to say, because we've had 16 lead changes already, 3 cautions. 8 caution laps. We are at 65 to go. Getting special shout out. We're going to give a shout out to our sponsors again, Mike Edgerton and the Fish Guys. I don't have their logo back up, but there it is. The Fish Guys, Captain Lane Goodwin and George Clark Jr. Down in the Florida Keys. If you're ever down in that area, look them up. They do have a deep sea fishing guide service. Well, we've been out here 9 laps. We're hoping to see some green flag pit stops, folks. That's what we'd like to see. Never know what's going to happen. Eric and Everett out there trying to figure out if the pace car's got the advantage for the tow truck. Well, now the ambulance getting involved. Stephen Miles has taken the lead. Gabe Butler on that outside with Logan York. Stephen's got a good pusher with Adam Kilday right behind him. Now, Stephen does have a win in the playoffs. He's going to try to make these guys race it out. No hearse. We've We've got 19 viewers, 8 likes. Yeah, folks, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button for me. As we see Gabe Butler drop it down in front of Stephen Miles. Logan York might have been getting hot. He was cleared enough to get down in front of Stephen. Lap 39 underway here, folks. We've had 38 laps of racing so far. In 3 cautions, 18 lead changes. Gabe Butler, Stephen Miles, Adam Kilday down on that low line as Stephen does jump up in front of Logan York. Peter DeBorgia and the 36C, Stephen Luttrell on that second line. Gabe Butler, Adam Kilday, New Conrad. That is the 953 of CJ Erdman down on that low line. The 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer down there as well. Stephen is going to get another lap led as we come to lap 40. My buddy, my brother, Joshua Medlock out there in chat. How you feeling today, bud? You said you hurting a little bit. Yeah, that's, when you have that kind of surgery, you're going to be hurting for a little while, brother. Stephen Miles out front, Gabe Butler second, Adam Kilday in third, Logan York fourth, and Peter DeBorgia in fifth. We are lap 12. We see him kind of getting into a single file line. Stephen Luttrell, Rick Sanchez, and Dustin Loxton on that outside. We're probably going to start seeing some green flag pit stops here, folks. We are getting into that pit window right now. I think Adam said 17 to 19 laps, but I think it's going to be a little less than what Anthony originally thought. So, especially when you're out here running full throttle. That's good, man. That is good. I know everybody sure does miss you up here in the booth. Most of them are probably tired of hearing me talk all the time. But I know everybody is really pulling for you, Josh, to get better and get back to doing what you love to do, and that's broadcasting these races. We're keeping an eye up on the front here, guys. Yeah, but my voice won't let me do that like you do, man. I just cannot do it. We're coming through the trioval. They're staying out for another lap. We are lap 14 on this run. George Gibbs Jr., how you doing out there in chat, sir? Good to see you out there as well. Of course, all of our fans out there. I know Ginger's been out there. Daniel has been out there. Everett, Eric. Kind of going back through here. Hadn't seen Mara tonight, but I'm sure she's out there watching. Belva out there in chat. My nephew Dylan out there. I know Taylor's with him. She's probably watching too. We are finished with lap 15. Here comes Stephen Miles, Gabe Butler, and Adam Kilday, Anthony English. Let's see, Rick Sanchez. No, Anthony did not come down. Neither did Andrew Schroeder. Mark Mann still out there. But Gabe Butler is down pit road. As Dana Shepard is coming off. Stephen Miles, Peter DeBorgia, Adam Kilday, Bubba Whittingham, Logan York, Stephen Luttrell, CJ Erdman, Christopher Jordan, Mike Edgerton. Back up on the front, Dustin Loxton, now your leader. RBN Podcast out there in chat, as well as Dustin Loxton and crew, Anthony English, Andrew Zanto, Mark Mann, Thomas Lockwood, Dick Wing, Robert Thorns, Andrew Schroeder, Rick Seabrands. Let's see if I miss anybody. Oh, Richard Coon coming out. Anthony is going to lead this group out, but we're going to look back here at this group that pitted just before them. They are making their way around. Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles, 088 of Gabe Butler. That's going to put Peter DeBorgia out front. Stephen Miles in second, Gabe Butler third. Adam Kilday and crew back here in fourth. That's Adam Kilday, Logan York, Anthony English, Dustin Loxton, Andrew Zanto, Mark Mann, Richard Coon rounding out your top 10. Someone spun out on pit. I didn't catch that. I didn't see it, but green flag, kind of hard to catch everything, guys. Being up here by yourself with 26 trucks now, we have lost 2. Doug Johnson, John Carrera has taken their trucks behind the wall, unfortunately. But this second group here, that is Dana Shepard, 2 laps down, trying to get his laps back. Logan York, looks like Adam Kilday. There he is, in fourth. Got a bigger group of trucks, so they're going to be closing up some time, or making up some time on those leaders. About 7/100ths of a second behind as Dana and the 85 of Adam Kilday is making a run here. Going to see if Dana jumps up to the top. Let's see if he can get pushed around the leaders or not. Back to single file racing here, folks, all the way through. That last truck is Rick Sanchez before we get to the next group. That's Duke Conrad and the 963 of CJ Urban. Brandon Pfeiffer there making up some ground with Robert Thorns, Thomas Lockwood, Rick Seabrands. And then we got another group back here. That is the 955 of Isaac Ortiz, who is a lap down. Bubba Winningham and Christopher Jordan. I know Christopher's showing 78 on his truck, but it's 965. And then the third group, Andrew Schroeder, Mike Edgerton, and the number 3 of Stephen Luttrell's. Andrew Schroeder goes up, swapping positions, letting these guys get cooled off. Got to be careful, though, to keep up with the pack. Back up to the front, Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles, as they're coming around Stephen Luttrell right now in that 36 machine. Stephen Luttrell going to go another lap down, be 2 laps down. Dana Shepard, 2 laps down, but he is making his way back up towards the front. Really, honestly, it's been good racing. 3 cautions, 8 caution laps. We got 52 to go, 22 lead changes. We're on Stephen Miles right now. Peter DeBorgia, though, led 10 laps. Got Stephen Miles right on his bumper. The 088 of Gabe Butler right there in third. Dana Shepard is 2 laps down, but he is running up here with these guys trying to get the lap back. Hopefully stay up front to avoid any catastrophes in the back. to get him a wave around or a lucky dog. George, honestly, I miss racing too. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm able to help, my buddy, my brother Joshua out, getting to call these races while he's out. But yeah, I do miss racing. Getting back up here at the leaders, Peter DeBorgia on that inside line. Now you got Andrew Santo out there on that outside with Rick Sanchez with him. And the 008 of Dude Conrad as well as Brandon Pfeiffer. Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles, Kate Butler all on that low line with Dana Shepard, Adam Kilday, Dustin Locks. A big wiggle from Thomas Lockwood there. He just caught that as they was coming out of the corner or into the corner. Going through the field, Anthony English right there as well. Can't count Anthony out. Anthony's had a great run these last few races, finishing well. Again, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And again, I'm glad to see Joshua out there again, chat. Probably on his phone though, probably not sitting at his computer. Bubba Winningham back here in the back as we come up on that 955. That is the back traffic of Andrew dropping back. That's 955 of Isaac Ortiz. I figured as much. Your current leader, though, Peter DeBorgia, the 8 machine of Stephen Miles, Gabe Butler still right there, 1, 2, 3. Andrew Santo is on that outside line with the 5 of Rick Sanchez and the 008 of Dude Conrad. I'm trying to find things to say and battles. Really, all the battles are up here up front. Isaac Ortiz back here by himself as well as Alex Green. Now, Alex is 3 laps down. We had a little bit of 3 wide action earlier, but now they're all kind of just hanging out 2 wide, side by side racing. George, which Discord are we talking about? Are we talking MaxspeedTV Discord, OP Discord? Yeah, Discord is still up and going. Yes, sir. MaxspeedTV Discord is still up. See, that's what happened to me, Eric, last week. Not this last Wednesday, but the week before. I went to work and my vision, I was looking and I sat down at my desk to get to work and my vision went real blurry. And then I started having some tightness and shortness of breath. So I ended up going to the ER and my blood pressure had jumped up to 177 over 113. All the tests and everything came back negative. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I don't know if I I can do that or not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but figure that out here while I wish Jeremy was out there because he could be able to do it right away. I'm having a hard time finding it because I have the Discord app, and I'm not sure if I know how to do that, honestly. One of my moderators is out there that can do it. There we go. I will pin that. There. Alright, there is our MaxspeedTV Discord as we are green flag pit stops. Right as we're talking here, guys. I do apologize. Trying to do several things at once. I'm not a very good multitasker like okay. Well, if that doesn't work, George, let me know. Yep, try both of them. Well, Andrew Zonto, what is your leader as we coming down this next group coming down pit road? That's Anthony English, Dustin Loxton, Thomas Lockwood, Andrew Zonto, Nick Wing, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Robert Thorns, Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles, Gabe Butler out here, Adam Kilday with right there behind them, trying to make up some time. Dana Shepard is coming up on Adam. He's got Logan York right behind him. Going to try to get these guys pushed up to the front. But guys, we are 60 laps in. We're going to go ahead and do this. So if you want to turn it up, but we're going to do a little bit of crank it up, folks. crank it up. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Peter DeBorgia right now, your current leader. Stephen Miles in second, Gabe Butler third. Anthony English up to 4. Dustin Loxton 5th, Logan Jordan 6th. Side by side racing back here. Anthony looking at going up, drops it back down in front of Dustin. No, I'm not broadcasting in on MaxspeedTV. I'm broadcasting in OP's Discord server. Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. Still trying to keep an eye on the action here as Peter does go up to that second lane in front of Logan York. Stephen Miles down on that lower line with Gabe Butler and Anthony English. Them 3 trucks are nose to tail, nose to tail. That outside line can get that a little bit tighter. I think they would have a better run. Eric, it wouldn't have bothered me if you'd have jumped in if I was broadcasting on MaxspeedTV's Discord. Wouldn't bother me one bit if you'd have jumped up in here with me. As we're winding down the laps, folks, we are looking at our cautions. Still 3 cautions. 35 laps to go. 29 lead changes. Both battling it up here up front with Logan York, Gabe Butler, Anthony English, Brandon Pfeiffer. We are 3 wide back here. That is the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Now the 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer jumping up 3 wide out front here, folks. That's Brandon Pfeiffer on the outside. Pete DeBorgia in the middle. Stephen Miles on that low line. Then you got Gabe Butler, Logan York, Andrew Schroeder. That second row, third row, Anthony English. That is the 963 of CJ Erdman. But you can see how that third lane really gets going when they are tight upon right on each other, as the 54 Brandon Pfeiffer does drop it down in front of Stephen Miles. Excuse me. George, what do you announce down there in Georgia, if you don't mind me asking, sir? We're still paddling out 3 wide here, folks, on lap 68. Brandon Pfeiffer on the inside. Peter DeBorgia in the middle. 48 of Schroeder on the outside. Row 2, Stephen Miles on the low side. The 91, Logan York on the middle. And the 85 of Adam Kidde on the high side. We got Anthony English in the 44. The 963 of Erdman trying to keep up, and the 81 of Dustin Loxton right there behind. Anthony English. Football, basketball, and soccer. So you announced for the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks, and I guess the Atlanta Football Club. I don't know if what soccer they have down there. That's cool, man. That's awesome. 54, Brandon Pfeiffer out front, getting pushed by the 8. Back up for all. Oh, cool, man. A little bit of side drafting going on between the 91 and the 8. Peter DeBorgia, Brandon Pfeiffer both battling out for the lead right now. Getting a little bit loose. Brandon Pfeiffer has led a lap. Peter DeBorgia has led 24 laps. Well, in Europe, they call it football because you're kicking it with your feet. But in the U.S., we call American football, football. We had to call it something besides football, so we called it soccer. I have no idea. It's either Spanish or German football. 54, Brandon Pfeiffer is your leader. Stephen Miles right behind him. Gabe Butler in the 088 behind Stephen. Peter DeBorgia is on the outside with the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Andrew is a lap down still, so he is trying to get his lap back, and Stephen Miles is pushing the bar out of Brandon Pfeiffer. Brandon led another lap, so he'll have 3 laps led. Coming up on Alex Green, another lap down vehicle on that outside. Peter DeBorgia gets room, drops it down behind Stephen Miles, leaves Andrew Schroeder out there by himself. Gabe Butler down on the inside, the 963 of C.J. Erdman. On the inside, Anthony English, Dustin Lawson, Adam Kilday, Logan York, Andrew Zonto here, top 10. Andrew trying to help Alex out here, push back up towards the front. Dana Shepard is right there as well. He is 2 laps down. So Andrew Schroeder, Rick Sanchez, Duke Conrad, that is your 3 trucks a lap down. And then Dana Shepard and Stephen Luttrell, 2 laps down. Alex Green and Mike Etcherton are 4 laps down. Isaac Ortiz has taken his truck behind the wall, along with Doug Johnson and John Guerrera. So we are down to 25 drivers again. Tonight's race sponsored by Mike Edgerton and the Fish Guys. That is Captain Lane Goodwin and Captain George Clark Jr. I sure do appreciate those guys. And here we go, folks, some more green flag pit stops as the 8 of Stephen Miles. Oh, we got one out through the grass. I believe that was Adam Kilday. Out here mowing grass, trying to keep it lined up to keep it from bringing out a caution. Not sure if he got pushed out there or what happened. In Chevyland.com, yep, is our green flag sponsor. Chevyland.com in Shreveport, Louisiana. These guys are coming down to make another round of pit stops. That's Andrew Zonto, Anthony English, Dustin Loxton, Mark Mann getting it shut down. Thomas Lockwood, Rick Seabrands, Nick Wing, Adam Kilday out here on the track. Probably going to come down this time. Looking back here, Stephen Miles out here with Gabe Butler, Andrew Schroeder, C.J. Erdman, Peter DeBorgia, Logan York, and Dana Shepard. As Anthony English does lead them off of pit road with Andrew Zonto right behind him. As we see that 36 machine of, I believe that was Stephen Luttrell, still out here on the track. He's been out 14 laps. Probably going to see him make a pit stop here soon. We're looking back here as that group, Stephen Miles, Gabe Butler, Andrew Schroeder, going up to that mid line to let those guys come off of pit road. Have enough room. As Stephen Miles does make it around Anthony English, he's going to drop it down to that low line. Gabe Butler to the outside with Andrew Schroeder, the 963 of CJ Erdman, and Peter DeBorgia on that outside. Inside, Stephen Miles, Anthony English, then that 81, or that's the 06 of Zonto, the 81 of Dustin Logston, and the 04 of Mark Mann, the 4 of Rick Seabrands, and the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Now, Rick Sanchez is a lap down, but he is still out here racing it up with these guys. And then you got Richard Kuhn and Bubba Winningham back here as well. Now, Richard looking for his truck. Richard's currently in 11th. And Bubba Winningham showing Bubba in 16th. So who was the other 6th truck? Oh, that was Nicholas Queen. I'm sorry. Back up to the front. Andrew Schroeder is out front of Gabe Butler. Is back on the lead lap, being out front. Now, if he gets passed up, then he'll go a lap down, but he's going to try to hang out there as long as he can. Keep him on the lead lap. CJ Erdman on the outside with Peter DeBorgia. Gabe Butler, Stephen Miles on the inside, right behind Andrew Schroeder. And then you got Anthony English behind Miles, Andrew Zonto behind English. The 4 of Rick Seabrands. And that Yeti truck behind Zonto. And Dustin Loxton to the outside, getting on the outside line with the 91 of Logan York, the 43 of Dana Shepard, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, and the 963 of CJ Erdman. You see Gabe Butler there is really pushing Andrew Schroeder to keep him out front. Now, Gabe is your leader, even though Andrew's in front of him. Andrew is the last car on the lead lap. Yes, Eric, they can. If you lock your brakes up, they will get flat spots. The tire mechanics they have in the sim will cause that. I'm trying to remember what it was that I had. I gave it to Jeremy. And then I got a Logitech 923. We're 3 wide with the lap traffic. That's Stephen Luttrell. He finally gets down onto the apron. Could have been bad real quick there, folks, but it was a good recovery. Yeah, it was. Yeah, then that's what I had. I ended up getting the 923, and I ended up giving that one to my son, and now I'm running the Motor R9 with the CRP pedals, or SRP pedals. I'm sorry, SRPs. CJ Erdman is your leader. Gabe Butler in second. Peter DeBorgia third. Stephen Miles fourth. Anthony English rounding out your top 10. Logan York, Andrew Zonto, Dustin Logston, Rick Seabrands, Richard Kuhn, your top 10. I should have said rounding out the top 5. It's Erdman, Butler, DeBorgia, Miles, and English. Well, the good thing about most of these wheels is you can use them for different platforms, not only iRacing, but if you're into farming simulator or truck simulator, you can use the Moses for that as well. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of GTA 5 here lately. See if I can go out there and get my wanted level raised up and see if I can outrun the cops. As the 963 drops it down in front of Andrew Schroeder. Well, we're transitioning from the nighttime back to daytime, so it's going to get a little foggy, a little dark here for a little bit, folks. Because we are 19 to go. It is rolling quick. Now, they will have to make a pit stop. They will not have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race, so now where pit strategy comes into play. Do you pit early, or do you pit with just enough? I think we're going to start seeing these guys pitting somewhere around 17 to go, maybe 16 to go, so they know they have enough to make it if they have a green-white checker. Yeah, the R5 bundle, RBN is right, R5 bundle is a pretty inexpensive entry-level bundle to get. Like I said, we are transitioning back to daytime. As you can see, the lights at the track went out and the sun is coming up. Right now, CJ Erdman, your leader. Peter DeBorgia in second. Logan York third. Gabe Butler fourth. Dustin Loxton in fifth. Stephen Miles sixth. Richard Coons seventh. Anthony English in eighth. Andrew Zonto ninth. As they come around, Stephen Luttrell once more. Rick Seabrand rounding out your top 10. Mark Mann here in 11th. Nick Wing in 12th. We're looking at our chase drivers. There's Brandon Pfeiffer back here in 14th. Bubba Winningham in 16th. Andrew Schroeder, last car on the lead lap in 18th. Rick Sanchez lap down in 19th. And Dana Shepard still 2 laps down in 21st. And that is going to be all of your playoff drivers. But Peter DeBorgia now has the lead over. What happened to CJ? CJ's falling back, maybe trying to get to where he can pit. Everybody is trying to get to a single file, but no room. CJ's got to be careful. Leaders are still staying out with 15 to go. Like I said, they're going to have to pit. They do not have enough fuel. Yeah, they're not going to have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. Oh, I agree, George, and I'm going to tell you, having force feedback, it made a world of difference. I mean, you could ask Joshua if he is still out there, how much I have improved since switching over to the R9. It's made a world of difference for me. Well, force feedback, it really, you can feel when your tires start to slip. It's just like in a real car. You know, if your tires start to slip, your wheel will get real light in your hands, and you can kind of adjust that. So if you're doing a left-hand turn, and your tires will start slipping, it'll actually start turning to the right a little bit. EJ, Ed DeBoer out there in chat. Hey, EJ, how you doing, buddy? Well, we are 14 to go. And I am looking here. Dude Conrad did go down in the pit, as well as Adam Kilday. So, still looking here at this lead group. None of these guys have pitted. They're going to have to. They do not have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. Oh, we're spinning. He got hooked. We got a caution. With 13 to go, that was CJ Erdman. Looked like CJ went up, tried to come back down, but we're going to take a look at this real quick. And we're going to go to our chase cam. Like I said, it's transitioning from dark to daytime. Almost, I don't know if he got a bad push. I mean, Erdman did come up. Andrew's looking at the low line. And then pushed him up, come back down, and just barely clipped his left rear bumper and got him around. Lockwood involved. Looked like Peter DeBorgia or Gabe Butler got a little bit of it. Everybody else, CJ did a good job not trying to do too much. Kept it up on that wall. Yeah, he did. He gave up that bottom line when he moved up, for sure. $11 to go, and everybody has pretty much pitted. So they will have enough to make it to the end of the race. Yeah, EJ's right. You can't if you're established on that low line and you're in the lead, man, you've got to stay down there. You can't drift up and give up that space, because these guys will take it away, especially if they have a run and in a hurry. Well, unfortunately, that put Andrew back to a lap down. The G29's not bad from what I hear. I've never owned. I had the 923 and I liked it. But like I said, I mean, at RBN, there's still a lot of guys that do run it still to this day. They do. I know a lot of guys that run the 29. Sorry about that, folks. I had to get me a drink real quick. Hang on just a second. My voice is starting to go. Yeah, I think I paid $2 something for the 923. I think. I can't remember. It's been a while. Well, like I said, switching over to this R9, and I got the 13-inch wheel as well, so I got the bigger wheel, and I'm going to tell you that it did make a difference. Now, with the Moses, I don't know about the R5 RB, if you can tell me. Does it have the quick connect steering wheel? Could you change out your wheels if you needed to? Because I know the R9 does. I've got the snap-on steering wheel, so if I get if I get the formula wheel, I could switch it out. But we are at 10 to go, folks. Your top 5 right now. Of course, Anthony English is out front. Mark Mann coming up from 27th up to 2nd. Nick Wing and 3rd from 25th to 3rd. Dustin Loxton in 4th. Gabe Butler 5th. Peter DeBorgia 6th. Andrew Zonto 7th. Stephen Miles 8th. Logan York 9th. Richard Kuhn rounding out your top 10. As the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road, Chevy Lane green flag up in the air and out flying. And Anthony English with a good jump. Gets a little bit of a shove from Nick Wing there. Okay, so it does have quick release. Good deal. I couldn't remember if it did or not. But Anthony English on the inside with that 6. That's supposed to be the 049 of Nick Wing. Outside, you've got the 04 of Mark Mann, the 81 Dustin Loxton, and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. But looking back, you've got Gabe Butler there behind Nick Wing, the 06 of Zonto. That low line, they are nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail, 4 deep. Gabe does back off of Nick Wing a little bit. Oh, Mark Mann down on Nick, gets a little bit loose. Good save. Back up in front of Dustin Loxton. We are 9 to go, folks. Coming at 8 to go at the line. Charles Sanchez out there telling it's time for Rick to make that move. Rick is right there. Where's he at? He is in. He's a lap down, so unfortunately, unless another caution comes out, he's not involved. He's going to be in 16th at the present time. Looking back as we are 8 to go, coming back on the back stretch, 2, 3, and 4. Nick Wing, Anthony English there on the bottom line. Mark Mann, Dustin Loxton, Peter DeBorgia, Stephen Miles on the outside. Anthony English going to come around through the Geico restart zone, crossing the line, going to get 7 laps led. And we are 7 to go. Unfortunately, Dana Shepard got caught up in some stuff. He is currently 2 laps down. As Mark Mann does get a good push out to the front. Oh, and we're wrecking again. That's Nicholas Wing getting flipped over. That's going to bring out another caution. Mark Mann going to be out front. Stephen Miles. Let's see if we can take a look. Where's my mouse? And see if we can figure out what happened. That was right there. Nick Wing dropping down to the apron. Re-entered the track. It looks like he might have got a... Oh, he kind of went up high there. Maybe a bad push when he went up high. Yeah, Gabe Butler was off center of him a little bit, pushing. Got him a little bit loose. Sent him up towards Dustin Loxton, and then Nick Wing come back down, just kind of scraped across the front of Gabe's nose. Well, Gabe had the run. He's got somebody behind him pushing him. Nick Wing is below and established below the 2 lines. Looked like he was going to have enough room, but Gabe gets a shove by Zonto. Looked like Gabe was trying to let him back in. Well, that just pushed him up, pushed Gabe Butler up into Nicholas Wing as Nicholas goes upside down. Then right back over on his wheels. Ooh, Andrew Schroeder nowhere to go. Brandon Pfeiffer involved. Oh, Dana Shepard getting a piece of it as well. Unfortunately, that is going to change the landscape up just a little bit. Yeah, so the SRPs, yeah, you can buy a clutch pedal as well. RBN's right. I think they're, I think they are, oh Lord, about $70 for a clutch pedal, I think is what I paid for mine. Not too bad for, but I hardly ever use my clutch pedal, to be honest with you. I'm not that coordinated anymore, so, and plus I don't have a shifter either, so that's something else that I'm going to get in the future. Well, folks, if you look up at the top, there is a pinned message up there. And if you do go for, let me finish this thought before I continue on. But the pinned message up at the top of the chat, that is the MaxspeedTV Discord channel. If you are on Discord and you want to join our Discord channel, be sure you click that link and join our Discord. MaxspeedTV Discord is there. Also, if you're new to MaxspeedTV, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell icon to let you know every time we go live. Now, with 5 to go, I don't foresee a lot of people pitting. They have enough to make it to the end of the race, enough fuel to make it to the end. Mark Mann is your leader. Dustin Lawson in second. Peter DeBoerge in third. Anthony English fourth. Stephen Miles fifth. Now, your top 5 guys are all playoff drivers. Richard Kuhn in 6th, Gabe Butler 7th, Andrew Zonto, another playoff driver in 8th, Rick Seabrands in 11th, Nick Wing, playoff driver involved in that. He is in 13th, had to use his fast repair. But Brandon Pfeiffer, also a playoff driver in 14th, Logan York in 15th, Rick Sanchez a lap down in 17th, Bubba Whittingham also a lap down in 18th. Andrew Schroeder a lap down in 20th, and Dana Shepard 2 laps down in 22nd. That is all of your playoff drivers for the round of 16. As we are at 4 to go, lights on the pace car are out. As we are traveling down the back stretch, coming up to turns 3 and 4. Well, let's hope. I mean, we had a good run last night. I think we only had 3 cautions for the whole night last night. Now we're at 5, 12 laps, 43 lead changes. I believe you're right. I think Gabe lifted a little bit to let Nick back up, knowing that he was a playoff driver. And Zonto just carried too much momentum right into the back of Gabe and pushed him right up in where Nick wasn't clear. As we come out of turn 4, folks, pace car will dive off down into the safety of pit road once again. With 4 to go, we'll be at 3 to go when we get to the line. Mark Mann is your leader. Chevy Lane green flag in the air. Flagman drops it. Green flag back out. We are racing it once again. Hopefully we'll have a good finish and no green-white checker attempts. Maybe it will finish in regulation tonight. As Mark Mann does get out to the front, getting a good push by the horse. Stephen Miles. Now Peter makes a move to the outside. In front of Dustin Lawson and Stephen Miles, right behind Mark Mann, shoving Mark Mann out to the front a little bit further. Peter DeBoerge right there, Gabe Butler right behind Stephen. Actually, it is the 965 of Christopher Jordan. But Anthony English right behind Dustin Lawson, pretty wide back here with that 47 of Richard Kuhn. And that was Brandon Pfeiffer drops it back down. Now the 3 of Alex Green going to the outside, dropping it back down to that middle line. And we are 2 to go, folks. Mark Mann, Peter DeBorgia battling side by side. Stephen Miles on the inside. Dustin Lawson in the 81 on the outside. Anthony English on the outside. Gabe Butler down low. Who's going to take the white flag here? It's going to be Peter. It's going to be Mark right now. Peter does have the edge on Mark. Turns 3 and 4. Peter drops it down in front of Mark. Gabe gets, Dustin gets a little bit loose, but able to save it. That's going to open up the door for Peter and for Mark Mann and Stephen Miles to get out. Stephen up to the front end, throwing a block on Gabe, or on Dustin, looks like. Back down behind Peter DeBorgia. 1 to go, white flag, folks. No matter whatever happens now is going to happen. Peter DeBorgia inside, Mark Mann on the outside. Got the 81 of Dustin Longson, but Peter's got the 8 machine of Stephen Miles and the 88 right behind him on that low line. We're going to see what happens. We come into turns 3 and 4. Mark Mann edging out Peter DeBorgia. 3 wide up top. That's Adam Kilday, Logan York, Thomas Lockwood. We are 3 wide coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. Peter DeBorgia out front. Stephen Miles right there in second. Adam Kilday in third. Checker flag is out. Peter DeBorgia is going to be your winner. Stephen Miles second. Adam Kilday in third. Wow, what a finish. Let's rewind this here, folks. We're going to get to the line and see how close that finish was. Let me get to a chase view. We are going to get on Peter here. Get it turned sideways. We'll back it up just a little bit as these guys are coming to the line. That push by the 91 of Logan York on Adam pushes Adam up in front of Mark just enough by a fender. Look at that. Just a nose. Peter crosses, then Stephen crosses. And then we're going to look at Mark and Adam. Adam gets him by just a nose for that third podium finish. Well, guys, hang tight. We are going to get our top 3 up here for our MaxspeedTV post-race interview in just a minute. All right, we have caught up with our top 3 here, folks. We'll get to our third place finisher. That is going to be Mr. Adam Kilday. Adam, great run for you tonight, buddy. Third place. I mean, you started 6th. Stayed up front. I mean, pit stop strategies was key tonight. But don't think you're real happy with the finish.
No, I was one position away from not being pulled up for an interview, but yeah, it was either this or I was going to get a good push from Logan to hopefully get the W, but nah, we couldn't do it, unfortunately. So
Well,
I
you
guess
got,
we're here. We're settling with third.
yeah, yeah. Well, you guys coming out of or into turn 3 and 4 there, y'all had a good run on that outside line, and like you said, Logan was pushing the living daylights out of you, and then you guys come out into the trial, and y'all just slungshot around. But overall, I mean, it was a decent race tonight. We had 5 cautions. Wasn't too bad. You had some good green flag pit stops. Let's talk about that. Do you think if some of the guys that had a chance of winning just had bad pit stops, or
Um, I would say so. There was a lot of guys that ended up a lap down, so it was a lot of battling going on for lucky dog spots, and some guys were in unfortunate scenarios to get a lucky dog uh wave around when a wreck would happen. Um, so it's just bad luck scenarios that take place when you're trying to compete for lucky dogs, and yeah, some guys benefit from it. I'd say I was probably one of them, which I didn't even know at the time. I was in a lucky dog spot when the last wreck occurred. But yeah, it ended up giving me the wave. But I would have rather some of the other guys have that and they get the wave around and they would have been able to actually compete for points and stuff. So I was just out trying to help people. Any freaking guy I saw with a P on their name, I tried giving them the benefit of the doubt. So
uh,
yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, we're cutting after tonight to our top 8 to go into next week for the round of 8. Couple races there. I don't know exactly where we're at right off the top of my head. I think we're back at Talladega. But, you got the win last night in the special race, third place finish tonight. Awesome job, buddy. I know you're not a big fan of interviews, so we'll go ahead and turn the mic over to you. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give?
Yeah, we'll do a shout out to you, man. You did a lot doing for like the interviews and stuff for all the guys in the leagues. And I know you'd rather be out racing on your rig, and you took a lot out of you to take on the interview or the commentary role for the broadcast and stuff. So that's something I'm real appreciative. And yeah, shout out to MaxspeedTV on YouTube. Again, do a shout out to Josh Medlock too. I saw an update he posted recently. So it sounds like things are going well for him at the moment. So I'm hoping his recovery process still continues on in a good way for him. And yeah, no rush for him. I hope he takes his time to come back to this stuff to where he's fully 100% recovered. And yeah, so that as well. And what else is there? Yeah, we'll do a shout out to OP League Racing. The admins that do this stuff. They give us a good night to run on freaking Saturday, Mondays, Wednesdays, and even the Thursday series. So they bring a lot of entertainment for us guys at the end of the night for those days. And yeah, everyone in Discord too. A lot of names. So shout out to the guys I was running with. And yeah, that should about do it.
All right, Adam. Well, congratulations again, buddy. Go celebrate your P3, and we will see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Take it easy.
All right, bud.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our second place finisher. No, let's see if I can find him. Here he is. No stranger to the podium here, Mr. Stephen Miles. Stephen, you started up front, finished up front, man. Awesome job. Great, really good race tonight. I mean, not near as many cautions on a Saturday night as we had in the past, but I think we had a few little incidents on pit coming into pit road. So let's talk about your race tonight, buddy. How was it?
Oh man, it was pretty good, man. I say that was probably the best race of the season. Long green flag runs. Got about 3 green flag pit stops in there where that's where it separates some guys that don't have much experience. When you have to make it in the pit road and make it out and stay with the group that you were with so you don't lose the draft. And man, started up there with Gabe and those guys. It was the same people that usually be up there. And I mean, we was just respecting each other. And I know I was already locked in, so I didn't want to make no mistake to mess up any playoff drivers. So there at the end, man, we had the pit and the caution came out and Anthony English and those guys made a great call to pit early and they got their track position. I thought we was messed up there because my goal tonight was to help Peter since Vince wasn't here and we wasn't able to get Vince in last week. And I know Peter helped me and my team out so much, man, when he come over and help. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna help Peter. And man, we're just sitting there riding and we got another caution and when we restarted on the bottom, I got so hyped, man. I was gonna go to the outside and Mark Man went up there with me and right then that was my opportunity to get back behind him and pushing for all I got, and I'm just lucky it didn't blow up because I was double red on the back stretch, and
Ooh.
I thought I was gonna blow up in front of the field, and but I think out of turn 4, I was like, okay, well I'm here now. Just hopefully if I can push him far enough, if I blow, he could get up in front of Mark or make it, where he could get the win. And I mean, thank God I made it, man, and he won, and he in the next round of playoffs. I guess I helped my competition, getting to play. It might bite me, you never know, but we friends, man, outside our racing. So it was a pleasure for me to help him, to help any one of these playoff drives to get in. Hopefully it just come back on me, in return.
Well, they say when you pay it forward, it always comes back. So, awesome job. But I wanted to ask you, though, that last few, probably the last 15 laps, that caution came out. You guys didn't have enough fuel to make it.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We was getting ready to pit when the caution came out. When the caution came out in 3 and 4, we was getting ready to come in pit road right then. So when the caution came out, I had the clutch to make it back around to even pit.
Oh,
So yeah, it was close right there.
that tight.
Yeah, it was tight, man. We didn't want a short pit because you never know, but it turned out we probably should have with Anthony and them, and we probably would have came out better. It would have been so stressful, but hey, we made it work.
Well, that Nightmare Esports truck looked good out there tonight. You looked good out there tonight. Awesome job. You already got your win into the playoffs, so you're automatically into the second round. But we're going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you for any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give, buddy.
Yeah, man. Appreciate Nightmare Esports, man. A fast super speedway team, man. We be all over, and I learned so much from my teammates. Appreciate you, man, for doing what you do, making a good broadcast and keeping the thing going. Shout out to Medlock, man. I hope he's still doing well and recovering fast. Um, Appreciate all the drivers, man. This was a good race. Not many cautions like usual, and then the admins had everything under control. And man, thank my teammates. I know I ain't had nobody today. I was by myself, but thank my teammates that was cheering me on in the chat or whatever, and Tom Dixon and all those guys. But most of all, thank my mom, my girl, my dad, and Guy, man, and that'll be it.
All right, brother. Well, go celebrate your P2. Congratulations making it into round number 2. We will see you, sir, next week.
Thank you.
Well, that is going to bring us down here to our winner, Peter DeBorgia. Man, what a race. Awesome finish. You guys were battling hard right there at the last. That caution came out, that late caution came out. You guys didn't have enough fuel to make it back around, I don't think, did you?
Not if it was under green. I was trying to pit. I couldn't go full speed, so as soon as I saw the yellow, knew I was going to pit in time. Engine got shut off. We threw it in fourth, and I was just watching the pace car on the map and made sure I got caught up in time. But I mean, I really wanted to pit that lap, obviously. Like that was the plan. We could be one of the first people in and come out and leapfrog and do what we had been doing on all the green flag stops, where we pit a lap too early, and me, Gabe, and Steve could just come out and be leading the way there. But a couple guys got the leapfrog us instead. Good on them for making the move in time, or the few before that pitted one lap prior. But I just want to apologize to anyone up there who I was driving like uncharacteristically aggressive around the night. I'm sure you guys in the broadcast could see my point situation and understand that I realistically probably had to win the race. I wasn't going to make up 10 points on 6 people. Maybe if I had to make 10 points up on 1 person or 2 people. But I couldn't count on all those guys having a bad race, so I was doing freaking everything to try and lead every lap, to stop some of the guys who were in front of me from leading laps and stuff. So that's not typically the way I drive, but, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Well, we're going to look at this right now. I've got it pulled up here. You were 10 points below the cut line. Now, I think you might have been okay because Shepard finished a couple laps down. Sebring
was a couple spots behind me, so I knew he was going to pass. He had the points on me because he had the pole position and laps led too. So I knew I was going to pass Gabe in points, and I think Nick Wing was going to recover there too. And yeah, there were too many variables for me to worry about. So it's like I just needed to win. Let's just make the math not matter. Let's just win the race, and we'll see how the other 7 guys can figure out their points. But if I can win and move on, that's fine with me.
Well, that was an awesome job, awesome win. Good battling going out there. Now, we had a great race last night, Pete, with only 3 cautions at Daytona. We only had 5 tonight, which is, I would say low compared to what we've had in the past for Saturday night. But a lot of great driving, a lot of patient driving here the last few races.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was benefited by the people that were up there. Like Mark Mann's 18 points above the cut. Miles had a win already. Anthony had a win already. So they didn't need to do anything super crazy towards the end. Logan York, he's very aggressive, but he knows what he's doing with his car. He's got great control. And even him, 16 points above the cut line. He just needed to have a disaster-free event, and he would be safe. So I think these kind of races like this, I know it seems like it's going to bring out the aggressiveness in some people, but it only brings it out in about 3 or 4 guys. It only brought it out in like me, Schroeder, Gabe, guys who needed a win, and were like, hats off to Andrew Schroeder. I've never seen him lead that many laps in the pack before. I mean, I know he was a lap down at the time, but the move he made to get to the front, staying there, helping keep his pusher cool and whatnot, he was doing everything he could to get back in that race. And he had to, because he's needed it to advance.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's what the situation calls for.
Well, man, awesome job tonight. We're going to let you have the final word here. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate?
First, thanks you to Stephen Miles. I don't win that race without his help tonight. A couple great pushes there at the end, helping me save fuel early on, helping me get down to pit road a couple of times there too. We weren't in the same channel, but he had my back tonight. Vince wasn't there. I've run with them for a lot of Saturdays this season, and he really took care of me at the finish. Dustin Logson for everything he does for Nerditudes. You see it all over the truck. He's one that hooked me up with Brez Coffee Company. You could use code MMPJ for 10% off, and the proceeds from that will also go to my Extra Life. And then I ran with Gabe Butler and Dude Conrad tonight, and they were just flawless teammates. I mean, those are the consummate professionals that you guys see in OP week after week. So thanks to all those guys. Thank you for putting on the race. Thanks to Anthony for running this circus. And, maybe people won't pit from the outside next week. We'll try to make sure we do another loud reminder about that. So that's all right. But no, seriously, the playoff race, though, we had like 30 guys come out here tonight. They could be doing anything else in this nice weather on their Saturday, and they decided to spend it with us. So, yeah, appreciate you guys and everyone else watching out there on YouTube.
All right, Pete. Well, congratulations, buddy. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it. We are done with our interviews. That's going to bring us to our unofficial results pending any admin stuff. So Peter DeBorgia, your winner tonight, playoff driver. So that gets him automatically into the second round. Now they will go through and do the points. We'll have all of that next week. Stephen Miles right there in the 8 and coming in second and third, 85 of Adam Kilday. Mark Mann in the 04 machine coming in fourth place. Gabe Butler fifth. Logan York in sixth. Dustin Logston Great run from Dustin tonight as well in the 7th. Anthony English in 8th. Started pole, finished 8th. Not a bad night. Anthony's already in, though, with the win. And in 9th is Christopher Jordan, newcomer here to OP. Good run by Christopher. Andrew Zonto in 10th. Coming in 11th, the 049 of Nick Wing, and 12th, 963 of CJ Urban, another newcomer. A good run from him. Had led 7 laps tonight, so awesome job by CJ. 13th is Rick Seabrands. 14th, Brandon Pfeiffer. 15th, Robert Thorns. 16th, Richard Kuhn. And 17th, Rick Sanchez. 18th, Bubba Winningham. 19th, the 008 of Dude Conrad. And 20th is Andrew Schroeder. And 21st, the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. Dana Shepard finishing 22nd. Alex Green in 23rd. Mike Edgerton in the 56 finishing 24th. 25th, the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. And 26, 955 of Isaac Ortiz. Had some internet issues, was blinking out. Unfortunately, he dropped from the race. And 27th, Douglas Johnson in the 388 machine. 28th, the 59 of John Guerrera. And in 29th, Gael Brooks in that 64 machine. So awesome job by these guys tonight. Congratulations again to our winner, Mr. Peter DeBorgia. So don't forget, folks, tomorrow night, CFM Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys, a Season 2 opener right here on MaxspeedTV. Appreciate everybody out there in chat tuning in and joining in. Eric W., EJ DeBoer, RBN. I don't know why that's up there, but RBN podcast. George Gibbs out there. Of course, our owner, Joshua Medlock, tuning in, joining us in chat for a little while. Eric Grover. I know Daniel Parent was out there. Ginger Parent was out there. Belva was out there. Braden Cowse, I think, showed up for a minute. Brendan Kennedy showed up. I'm kind of going back through here, folks. Let's see if I'm forgetting anybody. Trying to look here. Yeah, Belva Feltz out there. Dylan tuning in for a little bit. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us tonight. Again, don't forget 7:45, 8:45 Eastern, right here on MaxspeedTV. We will be live once again. But until then, folks, till tomorrow night, please be careful, stay safe, and have a good night.